All right, what's up, everybody? Gonna give you guys a few moments to join, and then I'll get started building the watch list for tomorrow. Just think I can. I think I'm getting the new YouTube live stream all set up. They added several different buttons, and then they give you the. Would you like to go to the classic view? Then you try to go to the classic view, and they ask you why you don't like it, and then they don't go and fix what you suggest. So give me a couple more moments and I'll get started. Let's see here. Something seems a little bit off with the scan for tomorrow. It doesn't seem like there's many popping up. So I'm not sure. I want to see if Angel's going to pop on. And I'll ask her for. Let me ask her. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to text. Something seems off with the scan today. Because normally, guys, there's a lot more that pops up. I know that the market's trading sideways right now, but I just want to confirm on her end I'm not just having some issues. There was a little bit of, obviously, a pullback here, market at all-time highs. Might have a potential bounce off that 5 SMA or even the 9 EMA, but typically there's still more that pop up in the scan. That's why I want to ask her. So she's going to hop on in a second here. I'm going to ask her when she hops on and see if she gets more that are popping up on hers, and then I'll get started for you guys. Scan. Because if you see here, there's a lot more for nightly scan that have 1,000,000 volumes. I don't know why. That's very interesting. Angel, are you on the stream yet? Yes, Angel. Hey, can you see on the nightly scan that I build here? Because normally there's more that pop up. For some reason, I'm getting like not many popping up today, and I don't know why. I have the scan set up right over here for 30 cents to $15. I have 500,000 volume, 3%. But what's interesting is that it looks like the ones that have. Yeah, see, there's a lot more that pop up. I have no clue why on my end. Maybe I just had to reset it. Let me see. Yeah, something's not right here. Yeah, it's working on yours. See, obviously on my end, I should have a lot more popping up. And I don't know why it's not transferring over, which is really going to annoy the heck out of me. So Angel, you have you have quite a few than me. See, I don't know what the heck is going on here. I don't know why it's doing that. Closing and reopening. Yeah, let me do that. That's a good point. All right, I'm gonna hop out of Thinkorswim for a second. That's a good point, huh? Always like clearing the cache and the cookies and stuff like that. Let's go down. I'll re-log back in and see if that works. By the way, follow us on Twitter, guys, and you'll see bullish BRS. And then there we go. Angel with tech support. As people will always know, I'm always the one that's terrible with technology. The ridiculousness of why I just had to do that, and that's just stupid. So Angel is my hero. Thank you, because that was driving me bonkers. So again, if you guys are new or just following us, make sure you follow us on Twitter. It's bullish BRS. And then StockTwits, bullish bears spelled out. I post the past several days I've been posting on there as well. So, you know, if you want to check us out, see what we're doing on social media as well as in our trade rooms. Again, we have our day trade and swing trade room here where we do live streaming every day. Guys, our watch list and our alerts are super on fire. They trigger about 90+% each week. So you'll see me boasting and bragging on Twitter and StockTwits lately. You'll see that, our alerts and everything are firing off like crazy. So make sure you follow us on our social media platforms to stay in touch. Yeah, I'm terrible with technology. All right. So now that I gotta channel and get some energy back, because YouTube has this new live thing where they want you to do all these extra different buttons, which requires technology. And then my stream today gets delayed because I had to log out and log back in. So really stupid. All right, so let's get going here, guys. You'll see here the futures kind of broke out of a kind of a rising wedge-ish pattern. So you'll see kind of breaks out. You know, obviously it gets overextended. Now it comes back and may want to retest. Still a little bit further away from the 9 EMA, so we'll see if it touches, comes back down, or if it's going to stay bouncing off the 5 EMA and continue up. So we'll have to watch and see what happens. Again, Angel today, even in a kind of a pullback day, you know, we still, like I've been telling you guys, at least a couple a day go off on our watch list. And if it might, if something is a pullback day, come and check it a day or two later. So sometimes we'll put something on the watch list for, let's say, tomorrow, and it might take a couple days before it launches, right? Because we're finding stocks that are holding their highs, looking for a potential breakout the next day. But sometimes it takes a day or two, hits back on moving average lines, and then it launches. So you'll see, I think Hertz was one today. I think Angel had at or above around $16 or so. That went up to $16.80 today. So you'll see kind of did like a diagonal flagpole in the morning, and then kind of formed like a cup pattern, and then you had kind of like a cup and handle. If you weighted towards like the, maybe even down here, I can't see right here. I have just the 5 minute, depending if you want to get near the moving average lines right here, or wait till like kind of a cup pattern pulling back, breaks out. Obviously that's 5 minute, but then you can go to a 1 minute setup over here. And if you're looking to go in and scalp, this is what I was showing on Twitter earlier today. It was the 1 minute red to green move. So if you go back and see, I posted on Twitter, it was a red to green move, 16.15, 16.47, you can get 30-40 cents off a scalp when, today's kind of a pullback day. That was a nice little move. EXPR Express, that was another one on the watch list. And you'll see right over here, this one gapped up. I'm assuming Angel probably had it at or above 380. Went up to 417 today. You had a kind of a cup and handle pattern, so you could have, depending on where you want to go, if you want to wait for the crossovers on a 5 minute as it's pulling back to the moving average lines, $4 right here kind of broke out, cup and handle. And on pullback days, if you can get 10-15 cents on a scalp, those are pretty good. You'll see a couple days ago, I had some from our swing trade watchers. They killed it, so it depends. If you're a day trader, you're looking to scalp 10, 15, 20 cents on a good pattern move like a cup and handle. Or if you're a swing trader, we do our real-time alerts as well as our alert setups. and that's when you'll see, there was going into Monday, you'll see on the one there was 3M, Nvidia, and ExxonMobil. All three of those, if you check the charts on those, you'll see again right here. Right, I think I had 3M at or above 170. That went up to $175. So that was a $5 move in a couple days. Nvidia, I had, what was that one? Nvidia was at or above 203. That went up to, 211. That's an $8 move, So a $5 move on 3M, an $8 move on Nvidia, and then ExxonMobil, that one was right here. It was like a double bottom breakout. I had that one at or above $69. It went up to 73. So $4, $5, and $8 in, what is that, 2 or 3 days. So guys, our watch lists, they're awesome. Pay attention to them. So for you freebie people, if you go to our watch list each day on our website, right up over here, we do our day trade right here, day trade and swing trade watch list here. And then we do the corresponding alert setups that we post each night over here. And then for those that want real-time alerts, we have real-time options alerts here. So that's how they work right here. We have a 14-day trial. Just click the link below. You can try out our alerts. But, I mean, guys, just look at our updates. You'll see in our blog every week. We post our alert results over here. You'll see even just for last week, we had, what did we have? 91.89%. Almost 92% trigger rate. Some go up more than others, but guys, I'll tell you what, 91%, trigger, that's awesome results. So make sure you follow us on social media, join our trade rooms, follow us, and you'll see, kind of just watch the trail. When we watch these videos, watch what happens in the next day or two. Look at the technical analysis that we're kind of showing you here. And, if you need to learn how to, if you don't know how to do support and resistance and all that good stuff, make sure you take our free courses on our website. So let's see if there's any. Oh, yeah, here was another one on Angel's watch list today. This one had a $1 break all the way up to $1.19. So she had at or above 75 cents. That one went up to $1.19 today. So there was a couple plays. There was some gaps in between on the volume, but, a cup and handle breakout. $1 break up to $1.19. That's right there. ACH, EXPR, Hertz all had some, not too bad of moves today for scalps on a day that was a pullback day. So, that's where we tell you guys keep an eye on this, because people are looking at like trade ideas, which we love. It's a great scanner. It's our favorite scanner to use, but like when everybody's distracted over there, so that's where, our ones on our watch list, they go and they sneak, in, they set up patterns, and then they break out. So that's my rant. Let's see if there's any. Perfect. All right. So let's see if there's any to look at for tomorrow. That really frustrates me, that the scan, because I was looking this afternoon. I was wondering why nothing was popping up to look at, because my scanner was all messed up. So let's reset the shot clock here and go and see if there's anything to look at. All right, so this one we'll take a look at right here, DTIL. This one's completely holding its highs. Again, a little bit overextended. This is why you got to watch. So either the next day or so, it might continue up, or sometimes it pulls back a little bit for a couple days. This might go up like a flagpole, come back into a flag, and then it might take a few days before it launches. But many times these will break out the next day as well, and you'll see it's kind of a medium float stock. So this is one we're definitely going to put on the watch list to keep an eye on. Again, a bit overextended, so you got to watch the patterns. You want to see, is it going to get above that, that 815-ish level? That's a very important level to keep an eye on. But again, if it pulls back, watch it a couple days, keep an eye on it, and then check it back, a couple days later. See if it maybe holds right around that kind of that 50 SMA area. So What am I going to put on this one? Let's see. There's some resistance right around the 8. I mean, right in there, the 880s. Let's do this. Let's see. Big breakout day. Watch for potential continuation with resistance between $8.50 to $9. Those whole and half dollar amounts looked like there was some resistance around 880s, but just anywhere between that $8.50 and $9. So we'll put DTIL on the watch list. AACH was on our watch list today. It's kind of got that inverted hammer or shooting star, so I don't like it at this point. This one has a morning star pattern. So for those that like the cheapo penny stock, so it's kind of a morning star cup and handle-ish, morning star, also kind of a head and shoulders pattern, but this has, it's 53 cents. The potential to move up, 5 to 10 cents or so. Again, not a big move, but for those that are trading that like the real sub-dollar penny stocks, it's one to keep an eye on. We try to give diverse watch lists to make everybody happy. So we'll put morning star within cup and handle. Watch for possible continuation with resistance above around, let's put around 63 cents. Right, so you can see morning star pattern, that 3 candle setup within a cup and handle, some resistance right around that 63 cents area. So that's a cheapo one to keep an eye on. All right. ODP, remember that? Remember OPP? Remember that song back in the 80s? You down with ODP? I don't like the setup. What is? Oh, that's Office Depot. Garbaccio, look at that, $6 all the way down. So it's kind of a falling wedge-ish pattern. Broke out, had a kind of an inverse head and shoulders breakout, but not really holding its highs. Cody, COTY, nah. That had kind of an inverse head and shoulder-ish breakout. Now it's kind of double topping, looking kind of bearish. EVH, no. So these ones that break out that have these long wicks up top, I try avoiding those because I like ones that are kind of holding our highs that are about to break out soon. So that's why I don't put those on. So now this is where it gets a little bit trickier because this one had a breakout. It's very overextended, but it is holding its highs. And it's got some room up to like the 380s. But I'd like to see a little bit more room. So you see this kind of had a bigger, almost inverse head and shoulders breakout. Has some room to run, but it is kind of overextended. So that's where I'd like to see, like, if that had like resistance at $4, maybe I'd put it on, give you guys a chance for a 30%, 30-cent move or so, but not really a fan of that one. All right, what else we got? Lots of breakouts. Another inverse head and shoulders breakout on GoPro, kind of rolling over at a double top pattern, so I'm not thrilled with that. EVRI, man, look at all these breakouts. But nothing that I want to put on for the following day, so I'm not thrilled. I don't love it. Dan likes when I say I don't love it. So this kind of has possible morning star-ish reversal So this one is one I might look at. Crap chart. Look at that, huh? Garbaccio. But possible reversal. You know, it's one of those look possible. Oh, come on, Thinkorswim. So kind of tweezer bottoming, possible reversal back up to the moving average lines. So another cheapo one we can look at. So we'll put morning star on daily, watch for possible reversal with resistance at MAs, moving average lines. Right here, that would be KEG. And where did I just lost my spot? There we go. Bingo, BNGO, bingo, bingo. This one's for you, Angel. Remember that commercial? Bingo, bingo, I got bingo. That was Troy Brown with the Patriots back in the day. Bingo. No. No. Lots of Garbaccio today, guys. Lots of Garbaccio. So you can say, oh, right? So if you're new and you're like, oh, man, there's not really any money good setups that you're putting on the watch list. Why is that? Well, again, remember, stocks run with the market. The market, all-time highs, pulling back. Stocks pulling back. If the market's kind of pulling back, smaller candles back to the moving average lines, it's harder to find potential setups, right? Who's Troy Brown? Yeah. Remember Troy Brown? Here we go. This one might be one. For those that are new, candlesticks matter. Patterns matter. And you'll see right here a long candlestick with a smaller one enveloped in. Think of pregnant, right? A woman with a belly. It's called a bullish harami. So harami in Japanese means pregnant. So this is a possible reversal pattern. So take our courses again. We have candlestick courses on our website as well as an ebook that'll teach you these patterns. So let's put this one. Bullish harami on daily. Watch for possible reversal with resistance around $5. That's right around there. You know, the whole and half dollar amounts right in here, right below the moving average lines. Obviously, those moving average lines will be resistance. And, you know, again, but this thing can shake. You know, it can do small candles. It can trade sideways. This one really got nailed hard with falling. So put AFI. What else? Haramis are pretty much always in the money. Yeah, they're pretty good. They get a little trickier when a stock's completely selling off and getting buried, but we'll see. Express, that was on the watch list, guys. Keep an eye on our watch lists. You'll see me bragging on our watch lists a lot because they are awesome. And if you're wondering, like, oh my gosh, are the bullish bears worth it? Do I try them out? Is it worth the money? Well, first of all, you can see 3 stocks I showed you today on swing trades that moved, what was it, $4, $5, and $8, right? If you had just one options contract on all of those, if you're like, what's an options contract? Well, that's a way to trade bigger, high-priced stocks. We have a couple courses that'll teach you that, but One options contract is the equivalent of 100 shares. If a stock moves, let's say you made $5 on it, 100 shares times 500, that's $500, right? So one trade on one options contract could have made you, a potential of $500 off one of those, just one. So guys, I don't have to tell you, are we worth the money? Just our results prove it themselves. Just go back, look at our previous weekly results, and you'll see our alerts fire off like crazy. And on top of that, again, we have live streaming trade rooms. You'll see in our trade rooms, we do not only the live streaming, we upload the streams for replays each day. So you can just log in to your account right up over here. Once you're logged in, there'll be a member section, and you'll see under the member section stream replays. So, we're doing a couple hours every morning in our day trade and swing trade room. And if you can't watch us live, watch the replays, right? So you see how we're laying this trail down for you. We make these videos showing you support, resistance, patterns, nothing sexy. It's not a get rich quick thing in the stock market. It takes time. You have to learn this stuff over and over and over. And if you're like, I don't understand, thanks, Angel. If you're like, I don't understand what you're talking about, candles and patterns, that sounds hard. Well, it is hard. It takes time. It takes time to learn. That's why it's not a get rich quick thing. If you're looking to come in and be like, I want to make money right away, and you don't know what the heck a candlestick is, and you're not willing to put in the hard work and the effort to learn, you're going to fail as a trader, right? You got to put in the time and the effort and treat trading like you would a education, which takes lots of time. It takes many traders months, if not a year plus, to learn. So invest the time into yourself. That's why we're a whole trading community. We give you the resources. But if you're not willing to put in the work, you're not going to do well as a trader. And that's why most people fail, because they're lazy. They don't like to put in the hard work that it takes. That's my rant. All right. So not lots of good ones. We're not seeing a lot of good. No. This one's... What a weird looking chart this one is. This one's all over the place. And you got that stupid little weird little gap up there right around that 270. What a bunch of garbaccio. But there's really not much to look at. This is one it's worth keeping an eye on. It's just got this weird looking setup with that nasty looking, whatever you want to call that thing, shooting star inverted hammer. Rodrigo says, new to this and been absorbing as many videos as I can possibly take before I get a headache, but I really appreciate you guys, how you explain and how you guys show firsthand. Love to hear that. That's what we try to do. Right? We try to do. This is trading. It's not sexy. There's lots of people on private jets that say, look at me and my cash and my private jets and my fancy cars, opt in, get my free ebook and dazzle you with whatever. But, at the end of the day, this is what it takes all the time. Look at this. What is this? What is it doing? What are those candles? What are those lines? Why are they making those patterns? Why are those candlesticks above these lines? You can't rush this process. This is the stuff we teach you in our courses, but it's going to take a lot of time to learn. You got to invest in yourself. We teach you this. All right. So that's me getting back on my rant again. So looking at this one, it's just a wacky looking chart, but it's one to keep an eye on because it may be looking to possibly break out. There's some resistance right around that $2.88 to $3 marker. Again, there's not much to look at, so I'm going to put this one on. $2.80s to $3. So this one I'm going to put watch for possible daily break out with resistance between between 280s to 103-ish, right there. So it's AUOTY. AUOTY. This also shows you guys how much just even our free watch list, look at how much work goes into looking at each one of these every night to see a potential play, weeding down, you know, 50 to 80 stocks down to a handful and finding those couple that are going to run for you. This is where just even our free watch list every day and then putting these alerts takes a while, you know. Been making the videos like we do for you guys. It takes a lot of time to do. Why did I say that? I was just bragging a little bit more about us. All right, so this one right here, this one kind of has a sideways inverse head and shoulders. There's some resistance right around that 213, so you can see kind of a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. Might be possibly setting up. That's a pot stock. This is KSHB, or used to be Kush Bottles, or now it's Kush Company. So maybe this one's maybe looking to get a pump around 215-ish or so. So let's see here. All right, pot, stock, inverse, head and shoulders on daily. Watch for possible pump with resistance around 215. So guys, to be honest with you, most of these I don't really like. They're just, again, pullback day, nothing I'm really enjoying. But this is something this is what I ideally like to see, is a pattern like this. An inverse head and shoulders, moving average lines might be potentially, they're trading sideways. If price can get up, this may get a pump. Pot stocks are notoriously known for pumping and dumping, obviously. Look at this one, big nasty looking descending triangle. But, you know, sometimes this is what we like to see, those patterns, looking for potential daily breakouts, you know, in sectors that pump and dump. This might have a scalp. You know, this might have a scalp and might take out, you know, might take off in the next few days. We'll see. You'll see it's a sector that gets pumped, right? It's pumped up to 850 and it's been dumping. All right. Where is the free watch list? Good question. You can go to our website, bullishbears.com. You just come right up over here and you'll see it right under lists. We post our day trade watch list here, swing trade watches here, but to get our alert levels right up here, you can click the link below in the video here and start a 14-day trial, get our alerts free. As you'll see, again, I say it over and over and over, just basically almost one of our alerts pays for your membership for pretty much a year. We called out 3 trades just this week alone on just our swing trade watch list. That would have, you know, that would have paid for your yearly membership several times over. So let's see here. Let's try to wrap this up. Dang, that one took a dump. This one might be interesting. CLST, kind of another left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is a possible inverse head and shoulders. Might be possibly setting up for a pump. You know, 160s to 180s. This is one that might be interesting. I just like to look for these patterns because you never know. It's been kind of elongating for a bit, trading sideways. But at any moment, this thing, you know, might get a pump. So you'll see if it can pump up. You know, this, you know, it's one to keep an eye on. 180s, so you can see big inverse head and shoulders on daily. Watch for possible pump with resistance around 180s. All right, almost done with this one, and then we'll just look for some large caps, see if there's any large caps to look at. Those are going to be, again, a little bit more difficult because those large caps really run with the market, so the setups are very finite with those. But again, you don't want to have a ton of trades going at one time anyway, so a couple is a good thing if there are any to see. All right, so that's it for the day trade watch list. Now let me go to swing, see if there's any large cap stocks to look at. Take a look at one real quick. So this is an example. Angel had this one on the watch list. You know, she was looking to see if this is where sometimes it gets a little tricky, but one of those ones to like keep an eye on where sometimes it doesn't do what you want it to do, but it might take several days later. So I think as Angel was looking at this one, had it on last night, probably looking at this, it was kind of a diagonal flag, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Angel. She was seeing if this is going to continue up in it. Now you can see it's starting to fail here, but now you have that 200 SMA, that some support level. So again, this could tank and fall and go opposite of where we were looking for it to go, but it might bounce as well potentially. So you see that right here. Sometimes with these, it might wait a day or two and then it goes up. So right now it's kind of reversal. This is the one going into today. Again, it was hard to build a watch list going in today. It marked at all-time highs. But this is one of those ones you might just keep an eye on. It may dump, but you know, maybe it has a couple pullback days, and then it stays on the 200 and then it goes up. So that was just kind of just some logic with DDD. So now let's see. This is where we're going to get some possible reversals, but then they're caught near moving average line. So you'll see Waste Management has a piercing pattern above the 200 SMA. But it's got the moving average line resistance. So I like to try to get you guys a little bit of room. Another one, here's a morning star pattern. Might be a reversal, right near the moving average lines. I try to get you guys away from those. Same thing, another one. This one's a morning star. This is one I was really watching all day today, and now it's creeping. Now you have that kind of ascending triangle. I might put Procter and Gamble on because it's got a morning star, kind of an ascending triangle, flat top. It's got the moving average lines right here, resistance. But it's one, again, there's not much to really look at right now. So just keep an eye on. I am going to put this one on because this one was one I was just staring at all day today. It is got, again, the 121.42. So this is one, again, just to show you guys, a pattern. If this thing has this one has a pattern, potential, maybe a dollar move, So, if you had an options contract on it and, it moves a dollar and you scalp 50 or 60 cents out of it, that sometimes you have to go, they're not huge moves, but you can see there's not a lot going on. But this is just to show you guys patterns right here. Flat top, morning star pattern, and it's something to look. And actually, maybe setting up a possible, it may trade sideways and go a little bit for a while and go up in here, and then it might form a left shoulder head, right shoulder, might form an inverse head and shoulders at some point. So this is one I'm going to put on and say, so I'll do this. Morning star on daily, possible reversal, watch for resistance at MAs, moving average lines. PG. Baba. Travelers is creeping on. That was one I was posting earlier today. It's hitting right off that 13 EMA. Possible inverse head and shoulders. Let's see. Maybe creeping up. I don't know if they put on... Did I put that one on Monday? I may have put that one on Monday going into Tuesday. I'm not going to re-put it back on if I did. All right, this one might be interesting. American Express has a left shoulder head, right shoulder, kind of a headline right around that one. Kind of that 120-ish area. Kind of an inverse head and shoulders, another sideways one on a 5-minute chart. And a little bit of a messy one on the hourly, but this is one to keep an eye on. This is what I like to see. So I'd like to see if that can break out about that 120.50-ish area. So that's what I'm trying to look for, is these patterns. Inverse head and shoulders on daily. Watch for possible breakout above 120.50 area. It's an American. That's an American Express. And let's see. I was looking at Coca-Cola today. So you have another bullish Harami pattern. 52.88. So that's a bullish Harami, but you also got that resistance. Yeah, it's a little bit too close to resistance for me. I'd like to see a little bit more resistance, or a little bit more room. All right, this one, 120, 70. Connect the peaks and the valleys, peeps, right? Connect the peaks and the valleys, peaks and the valleys. So it's kind of in this rising wedge pattern. Moving average lines are pinching, maybe moving up, maybe setting up. You can see some resistance right around that 120.70 range. It's one to keep an eye on. You want to see if it can hold this support level right around that 119.13. I'm going to be done. I'm going to put this one on to keep an eye on it with Walmart. Let's see. Watch for possible MA cross overs and see if price can break all-time highs of 120.71. All right, so that's that. That's that. There's your nice combination of stocks, both for the day trade and the swing trade watch list. Let me change the date. So again, several things. Guys, if you're not following us on social media, make sure to follow our Twitter. We're bullish BRS on there. And StockTwits is bullish bears, BEARS. So I've been posting, you'll see there was lots of kind of posts and stuff I did throughout the day and here today, post charts and analysis, stuff like that. So that's for social media. And then over here in our community, again, if you're not familiar with us, we are the Bullish Bears. We have thousands of dollars of free courses for you. You can start your free membership right here. If you're ready to get in, get busy, get started, we have a 14-day free trial where you will get access to our day trade and swing trade room, our watch list over here that are on fire with the alerts that we send out every night, or we post right here every night. So if you're a member, you just log in right up here. You'll get the watch list and alerts right under setups. And then we do real-time alerts. So sometimes something obviously in our watch list might take some time, stuff like that. But we also have several team members that post real-time alerts, a couple times a week for ones that might be not on our watch list that are running, where you can get a position. Sometimes they're longer trades. We do diverse trades. So make sure, again, to follow both our alert setups as well as our real-time alerts. So again, lots of courses to help you. It's going to take time. If you're lazy and you want to get rich quick, find another community. We're not the one for you. There's lots of people on YouTube that will be fakers and private jets and cash that would love to take your money, sell you a false pipe dream, and then you'll lose and blow up your brokerage account. If you think I'm joking, I'm not. That's the industry. That's not who we are. If you're willing to roll up your sleeves and work, we are the community for you. Again, we give you the resources, we help you, we teach you. You just got to be willing to put in the work. So that's my rant. Hopefully this helps you guys, and we'll see you all later. Enjoy.